So, um, this is a test. This is from the GAT man. I just, hooked up my streaming session, so I promised everybody that I would start streaming in October, and I'm here. I'm here, especially during this time. And I just want to give God thanks, and thanks to God, thanks to the Lord, and thanks to my wife, and thanks to all the people in my life, most of all, for giving me energy enough to get out here and present myself to you. So, here we are streaming right in my dining room. I figured, when I was younger, there was a guy named Family Classes. He came right from the dining room. Or he was in the living room, but he was in the room where people entertained and people ate and people gathered. So I said, I'm going to come to you from my dining room today. And as usual, I'm the Gatti man. Gatti has always been my life. I mean, ever since my daughter had gotten sick and stress has come around, now that the virus and unemployment and people with high blood pressure and diabetes and everybody's swelling up and people just not really getting what it takes to get the stress off of their body. Um, we have to start detoxing. We have to start realizing that life is short. I wonder if this is working. I wonder if this is steaming. It says I'm online, which is great, and I'm glad it says that I'm online. So I want to welcome all of you by saying, wow, wow, wow.
And you've been saying this for years about the sickness in the air and how to regulate and keep going. Um, so, to people just tuning in, what do you mean by that?
Well, what I mean by it is I try to teach people that when you were first born, you were born and or conceived in your mother's womb. And the conception happens over 9 months, and then you have to come out into the world of air.
Mm-hmm.
In that world of air, it sincerely has toxicities, carbon monoxide, it has moisture, they call it humidity, dew, condensation, it rains, it snows. So all of this moisture is in the
Air.
yeah. That's what I mean by it. And every time we swallow air, we
Mm-hmm.
swallow everything that's in the.
Air.
And that's the part that I try to get people to understand is that the sickness is already in the air.
Yes, you're right. You're right. You've been
And
saying that.
if you don't get the air off your digestive system, the air will rot anything. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
You would.
so I tell people if you leave a car sitting still in the air, what happens? What happens to the car?
It won't move.
Mm-hmm. So you got a delivery, huh? Well, that's good. I see your face all excited. I heard the doorbell. That's that FedEx guy, people. I can hear the truck passing through. Go get it. Go get your delivery, girl. We're on live. They know it's real life happening here. My wife got a delivery guy. Watch it be for me. She gonna be like, you always getting deliveries. But the sickness is in the air, so if you don't get the air off the digestive system, you get unregulated. Simple as that. And you get poisoned with, toxicities. So, was it for you or me?
For me.
For you? All right. Was it a new camera lens or something?
No.
All right. Some new makeup or something?
No, I'm not sure. My birthday's coming up,
Your
so
birthday coming up?
I like surprise packages.
Gotcha. We're in line. You could open it up now or later. You gonna open it up
Oh, baby.
now? Okay. It seemed like you were about to just all get on to the. I'm like, come on now.
Wait,
People are waiting on you
yeah.
to. You asking me questions and stuff. I'm like, okay. So.
Yeah, so when you say the sicknesses in the air,
Uh-huh.
and you also say that grandparents say water is on their joints. Can you explain both of the two, how they come together?
Well, yeah, because everybody's talking about underlying conditions. So if you're talking about underlying conditions, you're talking about arthritis, you're talking about inflammation around the body, which that's the whole concept. All the diseases start with retaining water.
Right.
So with people with underlying conditions and retention of water, I be trying to tell everybody that if you get the water off your body by regulating the air. Now the secret is how you get the air regulated.
How, how you do
For years, I mean, your grandmother told you. She said birth the baby,
it? Mm.
but society will teach you that it's in manners to birth.
And it was so important to birth the baby.
Well, if you didn't birth the baby would be called colic, and colic meant to your mother that the baby was sick.
What what were the signs of colic?
Well, colics are the signs of, um, they call it indigestion. The baby was regurgitating,
Mm-hmm.
but an adult they'll call it acid reflux.
Okay.
The sign would be the baby was irritated,
Mm.
screaming and hollering because it was uncomfortable and it wasn't digestion. The only reason we're here is to digest food to get energy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get energy, you get irritated.
Yes, we do.
So without energy, see all that works together. The whole body works with the land and the air and the trees and the water because that gives us all our energy.
You're right.
So I try to teach people in between, even just talking to them about how the 5G is working with bad energy because we call those magnetic waves.
Mm-hmm.
So in the air, in my lessons to come, you're going to get segments talking about magnetic waves, less energy. You're going to get segments talking about moisture.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get segments talking about condensation.
Okay.
You're going to get segments talking about how if you retain air, you get poor circulation.
Relation.
Yeah. So the air in our lesson is going to be really strong. So I just encourage people to continue to, check out our segments.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to encourage people to start getting something to get the water weight off their bodies because if we could get the water off their digestive system, then they can get energy.
Well, the water pill
Now,
do that?
you did see if everything was working, if the mic was coming through,
Yes.
and you could hear me and everything. Was it working?
Yes.
Oh, terrific. That's great. Because this is our test. And like I said, I wasn't planning on coming online. I was just trying to test my camera, make sure everything's get set up. But since I'm here, might as well give people what this show is going to be about.
Yeah. So when you say getting the water off your body, doesn't a water pill get the water off?
Well,
Or do
they
it?
say it does. It does. It does, but it gets the wrong water off the wrong place. It gets the water off the bladder in the internal body. See, there's two types of water in the human body.
Mm-hmm.
There's the water that you drink, it goes to your bladder.
Okay.
And there's the water that you swallow from the air that goes to your extremities. People will call that congestion, heart failure.
Mm-hmm.
People will call that aneurysm. People will call that achy bones, called arthritis. People will call that, see, hypertension. They'll say you're retaining what?
Water.
Water.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll give you a water pill, but as you mentioned, that water pill will get the water off your bladder. It works, but it'll work, and if you get dehydrated by getting the water off your bladders, some of the time, not probably about 85 to 90% of the time you get dehydrated, you'll kill your kidney.
Wow.
So I tell people, watch out because that water pill is dangerous, especially if you don't know the art of rehydration.
Mm.
The art of rehydration is knowing when you're dehydrated
Traded.
and not dehydrated. So how do you know? Most people walk around dehydrated all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about that too. Those in further segments. But most of all, I hope this is a good test. I want to tell people share, share, share. We'll be coming on more often about stress. You can see some of my, tapes and recordings. I'm sure I'll be leaving them up online so you can catch some of them. Some of them if you can, if you don't have time to stay on. But stress is in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and the corona is in the air, and the flu is in the air, and the water is in the air, so the sickness is in the
Okay.
praise God. We're getting somewhere with people because now they're starting to listen. Because as simple as it is, the monkey regulates the air by getting it regulated by burping. The dog, the horse, all of the animals that you see. Try one, bird. When you hear a bird tweeting, you know to move your car or you better get out the way because he's regulating. So regulation means allowing the digestive system to move, but it moves with air in your food.
Can I ask you this? How does your stomach look with air on it as an adult?
It looks just like anything else with air on it. It looks like the car tire, bloated and hard. It'll look like the basketball, bloated and hard. Anything that has air on it, air. I tell people, air will blow up anything. People talk about, I got fat on me. I'm like, that's no such thing as fat. What you have is you're retaining air that has condensation, which is water that's making your tissue expand. You have cells that have cellulite, that cells expand, and they expand with retention of what?
Water.
There you go. There's no such thing as fat. Fat, I mean, this. If somebody said I'm having a doctor cut on me, I go, oh no. They go, why? I say because you're cutting air and water, and there's no such thing of cutting air and water. You can't cut air. You can't cut water. If they're both soluble tissues. So the concept of cutting is totally out of the answer unless it's an emergency. You know, everything should stay regulated through the air by burping. I tell people, if you're not an expert burper, you're in trouble because that's showing that your digestive system is stopped up. See, watch this. You have a hole here and a hole at the bottom, just like your house has one at the top. It's called a sink, and then you have the hole at the bottom. It's a sewer. So now this sewer, it might be a client or somebody calling about that tea. But this sewer here, this sewer will tell you every time it digests something on top, you even if you put a little, go, okay? If your sink, if you stop it up for washing dishes and you let the water out, if you don't hear that, you know your sink stopped up. In the same way with a human, everything on earth works off the air. That's how God made it. If you're talking about you're a Christian, you should know this already, because you even instinctively say He's in the air. That's how He runs you. God runs everything through the air. Your car can't start without air. Your furnace can't start without air. You can't blow up nothing without air. You can't breathe without air, but you can't let it sit still. That's the one thing that God said. He said, keep it moving. Because if you don't, He will disintegrate you. And how do I know that? Because if you leave food in the air, what happens to the food, honey?
It rottens.
Disintegrates. If you leave a dead body in the air, what happens to the dead body?
It rottens.
If you leave car in the air, sitting there for 20, 30 years, talking about you're going to save it for your kid or your grandbaby, and you open it up, what's going to happen? Rust.
It's not going to start right.
Condensation all in the lines. So, but the main point is telling everybody that the sickness is in the air. Now that we know this with corona, we knew it with the flu, we knew it with the common cold, we knew it with everything that our parents taught us, because when we were first little, they'll say, watch out, everybody got germs. Keep your mouth closed.
Yeah.
Chew with your mouth closed so you don't swallow so much air.
You're right.
So with that, all I can say is the segment that we're going to be coming to you trying to teach you is how to burp. And I challenge you guys, if you want to do it today, how many can you burp? How many of you? I know you can do a hiccup. Anybody can do that. But can you thrust that gas off of your digestive system so that your digestive system is down? So I go around and I tell people about all our products. We've got the Gat tea. We've got different soaps I'm gonna bring over. And we've got shea butter. Let's bring the mango shea butter over. Got these products called Gat tea products. And the main product is Gat tea. Everybody knows about it. It gets the gas, the bloating off your stomach. But these products here are soaps. And this is the product that my mama raved about. She said, boy, you think that tea gonna make you famous. She said that Gat tea soap has got some gas in it. meaning that she said this soap goes sell. So this is our eucalyptus germ soap. This is the newest one we made. I love it myself. I use it all the time. This one here is the peppermint soap. They're all packaged the same. It's peppermint. And this one here is our lemongrass. Each bar is $10.
That's my favorite.
I'm gonna put some kind of sale up for the holiday, maybe what, 4 for $25 or something. Maybe 4 for, you know, 4 for $25 with shipping or something. Because they're $10 a piece. I want to really give a person trying. This is your grandmother's old lye soap. This is the kind that really gets your skin clean. I did a test with commercial soap the other day. I got a jacuzzi, so I did the jacuzzi, put the commercial soap in, lather all up. I look around for the dirt, nothing. I'm like, I must be clean. I did a body wash, took the body wash out the cabinet my wife bought me, did the body wash, looked around the tub, I must be clean. Then I said, oh, let me try some of that Gat soap, this one right here. So I put the Gat soap on me. You know how you start seeing the dirt rings around the tub? And it started looking like chunky over there, chunky and brown. Then you know you're clean, you know, you got clean. So try our soaps, and this is our shea butter. Our biggest seller is the mango. It's really a nice smell. It's a great scent. I love it. It's smooth. Let me show you folks. It's really smooth. This is a really whipped and it's smooth. Watch this. Rub it about 3-4 times, and bam, it's broken down. Just go on and put it on.
And it's not oily, but it moisturizes.
It's a great moisturizer. I use it every day to see my skin. I'm 57 years old. I'm probably 58. I keep forgetting. Well, my son is 46. I'm 19 years older than my son, so if he's 38, I'm 58, I guess. Jesus. Well, I ain't gonna tell nobody, y'all. But anyway, join us. We're the GAT people. You can always go to GAT.com. You could call me on my cell. I don't care. 773-559-2053. You could call me at my office, 708-362-5135. The cell, 773-559-2053. You have any questions? I mean, people like to, some people that I talk to are old-fashioned, like to want to, just get on the phone and hear my voice, talk to me, ask me any questions about anything, information about water weight, about stress, gas, and we just try to help other people about how to keep your body regulated. And people always asking for what they call it solutions or remedies. Really, there's no remedy. There's maintenance.
Yes.
You have to maintain your body. There's no remedy. There's nothing fast that's gonna fix you. If somebody tell you they got something fast fix for you, they lying to you. I tell people, if I leave from here today to go to Mississippi on I-55, hit 57, 55, and I'm telling you, it's gonna take me just as long to get back. So you're not gonna lose nothing overnight. You're not gonna correct nothing overnight, but I can help you get back on the road to getting home safely. So with that note, God bless you. GAT.com is sponsoring our show. And all I got to say is thank you, honey, for participating, and thank you for asking me any questions. And folks, I like to hear your questions. So if you have any questions, put them down below. All right, peace and happiness and love. They used to say that on Soul Train. All right. See y'all later. Peace, peace, peace. Pack it up, pack it up. Bam, bam, bam.
Whopperama Flea Market. Then this will give you a free bag too, see? There you go. What is your name again?
Tanya Woodcook.
Tanya, this is our update.
Yay, update.
What is going on? So
I've been on this for 3.5 months.
Okay.
I was 52 pounds. Now it was 45. It's 52.
Wow.
I have energy. I sleep. Hey,
Let me see your stomach. What you pay? Ooh, you don't have no more stomach, girl. It's gone. Where was your stomach at before? How your hand wise?
About 3.5 months pregnant.
So hand wise, show me.
About like that.
Stop it. Ooh, and your face coming in?
Of course, it's clear.
It's clear. Look how beautiful it looks.
52,
man.
baby.
How old are you?
52.
So, and you're 52 years old. And how much did you lose?
I lost 52 pounds.
Woo, I thought you said that, 52 and 52.
45 before, but it's 52.
That bag is for